What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Cullination Media, bringing you yet another Pokemon X and Y Battle Spot Live episode. Today's episode is number 42, and before we get into the challenges for today, just want to remind you guys that as long as this video reaches that magical number of 60 likes, I will continue to bring you these lovely daily double Wi-Fi battle uploads, and all of that fun stuff. Now today we're bringing the exact same team as we brought yesterday, so no changes, not even with items, anything like that, so quite a few of these Pokemon you've seen already, but I will go over it just as a refresher, in case maybe you missed the last couple of episodes. But we have the Assault Vest Blastoise, Focus Sash Arbok, Life Orb, Honchkrow, Choice Scarf Typhlosion, and then, of course, the Because Bunnies that everybody enjoys. Just, it's actually not Choice Banded this time, it's got the Citrus Berry, Belly Drum, that kind of stuff, and then Dusclops, which is your standard Eviolite set with Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, Nightshade, and Ice Beam. So we will see how we do today. Coming into today's episode, our record is 50 and 30. So hopefully we can build off of that and at least get to 51 wins. That would be fantastic. Our first opponent today is Andres from Mexico. And he's bringing the Greninja, Crobat, Espeon, Flareon, Jolteon, and Garchomp. So the Eevee evolutions are everywhere. They're running rampant today. We will see if we can defeat this team. I'm not sure. Not sure. But I do definitely want to bring Azumarill because it's really the only thing that I can stop, or the only thing that I have that can stop the Garchomp, especially if it's Scarfed, or even if it's not Scarfed. I really don't have anything that can handle it. To be honest, I mean, I have Dusclops, which can take a hit, but it will not be able to one-shot it with an Ice Beam, most likely, so that is a thing. Greninja, and I mean, he's got a lot of fast Pokemon here. Actually, 5 out of his 6 Pokemon have a speed of over 100, and I don't think Flareon does. I honestly don't even know what its speed tier is, but Crobat and Jolteon are base 130 speed, Greninja's base like 122 or 123, Garchomp is over 100, I think at like 101, something like that. So we're going to have our hands full with some very, very quick Pokemon in this battle. So we will see how things go. And yeah, the server here is really lagging. Really lagging, not enjoying that so much. But we're going to start off with Honchkrow, and our opponent's going to start off with Garchomp. So that's not a terrible matchup for us, but he is going to outspeed here because obviously I am not Scarfed, I'm Life Orb. So that is a little bit of an issue for me. He should be able to just one-shot me with anything, honestly. Really want to predict the Outrage here. I'm not sure if that's what he wants to go for. Because he could just be a Life Orb set as well with Swords Dance. And if he goes for a Swords Dance while I switch, then I'm going to be completely and utterly screwed. But I pretty much have to take that chance here because I can't risk going for a Sucker Punch and then him setting up. So I'm going to switch into the Azumarill. And he's going to go for the Stone Edge. Okay. That's a fair play. And that does a lot of damage. That's a crit. That's a bit unfortunate, but we do get to eat our Citrus Berry. So we're going to get back into semi-decent health into that range, if that makes any sense. We're just going to go for the play rough here, because really nothing on his team other than Flareon wants to take this. Well, no, he has the Crobat too, so he has a couple of potential switches here, but that's if he brought them. If he didn't, something is going to get smacked in the face. I really want to say that this is a Scarf Chomp, because most of the time the ones that carry Swords Dance don't also carry the Stone Edge. I want to say that, but it's really hard to tell. You see some really weird things on battle spots, and I've been seeing some very, very strange things going on lately, so I can't really make any assumptions here. If he wants to stay in and go for the Stone Edge, he is going to outspeed me, obviously, but there's no way he's going to kill, even with a crit, as we saw with that damage the last turn. So he's in a little bit of a pickle here, and that's probably why he's taking so long to think of his move. But if he has the Crobat or the Flareon, that would be his best switch. He is going to switch out, so we'll see what it is that he wants to switch into here. It's going to be the Espeon, so he must not have either Crobat or Flareon. And this thing's just going to straight up die to a play rough, because Espeon really doesn't have that much in the way of physical defense. And as we know, Azumarill is incredibly powerful on that side, so it's just absolutely no way. No way it's going to survive. So we're already up a Pokemon here that is great for us. The Garchomp is coming back in, so this thing is definitely choiced. I would definitely say that it's going to be Scarfed, because even with the crit, I feel like if it was banded, it would do way more. So we're going to work under the assumption that this thing is, in fact, Scarf. He goes for the Iron Head here. I was actually predicting an Earthquake by switching into Honchkrow, but that works too because it doesn't appear to be a 2-hit KO. So I can just go for the... Actually, I want to go for the Brave Bird here. I'm going to go for the Brave Bird. He will outspeed if he stays in, but he's actually going to switch out again. He's doing a lot of switching for 3v3. He's going to bring in the Greninja, and this is going to hurt. If he's Focus Sash, he will survive with 1 HP, obviously, but if he's not, he's just dead. No, it's going to be the Focus Sash set, so he survives. He's still not going to get a hit off, though, unless he has something with priority. I should be able to live one more hit with a Life Orb, so what I'm going to do here is go for the Sucker Punch, and he pretty much has to hit me with the Shadow Sneak if he wants to survive. And it doesn't look like he's carrying it because he just goes for a regular move, and Sucker Punch is going to take this Greninja out. So for once, Greninja not giving me any problems. There's the Moxie boost, which is great, and the Life Orb is going to take us down to 7 HP. So regardless of what happens, we'll be dead on the next turn. And yeah, we should have this match in the bag, though. Definitely should have this match in the bag. So we're up by 2 Pokemon right now. And I'm just going to go for the Sucker Punch. There's no reason for me not to. Like I said, this thing is choiced. So he's going to attack me. And I might as well just kill myself with a Sucker Punch and deal a lot of damage. It might actually just take out this Garchomp in 1 hit, to be honest. We will see in a second here. And we'll see what he wants to lock himself into as well. There's the Sucker Punch, and he barely survives that with like 5.5 HP. We're going to go down to our own Life Orb. He went for the Iron Head. Why would you lock yourself into Iron Head? Well, I mean, I guess he doesn't know what our other Pokemon is at this point. He's only seen the Azumarill. So, whatever. We're going to go into our Dusclops because why not? I want to get Dusclops a kill. I didn't even use it yesterday. I don't believe. And I do have the Ice Beam on this thing, so... I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I could go for Nightshade. I could go for Will-O-Wisp if I really wanted to. He's going to go for the Iron Head, get another crit, which does not mean anything. I'd rather have him get the crit there than get the flinch, because that could cause problems. But we also have the Aqua Jet on because bunnies, if it would be absolutely necessary. Of course, it's not. So, Andres, you're going down. That is a win for us. That brings our record up to 51-30 on the series. So, it's great to be opening up with a win today. Especially because we've been just getting a lot of losses lately. I've only won maybe like 2 matches in the last like 3 episodes or something like that. Something crazy like that. Not been a good time. So we'll see what we can do in today's second and final match. And hopefully get somebody else into the action. Maybe Arbok again? I don't know. I'm trying to stay away from Arbok just because I've been using it so heavily over the last couple of days. It's like literally been in every single battle. And it's kind of hogging the spotlight, to be honest, with that sweep yesterday. A lot of people in the comment section were saying that it was not a competitive team. There's really no way to tell if it was a competitive team or not. Because, first of all, we didn't get to see the Gardevoir do anything. And I know he didn't have items. And he had Pokemon that could potentially be from an in-game team. But we didn't really get to see him use enough moves to be able to determine whether or not it was a competitive team or not. So... you can't really go out on a limb based on 2 moves, just because he used Confuse Ray, you know, that's not really something that I can just go ahead and say. It very well may have been an in-game team, but I just don't think that we saw enough of it to be able to make that conclusion, you know, with 100% certainty. Anyway, basically what I'm saying is I don't want to discredit Arbok for getting a sweep. So our second opponent today, has got some interesting Pokemon here, and... we'll see how we do against them. They have a Lantern, Granbull, Charizard, Breloom, Noivern, and Slowbro. So, I'm guessing that the Lantern is going to be the special wall, the Slowbro is going to be the physical wall, Charizard's undoubtedly Mega. Not sure which one it's going to be. Based on this team, it really could be anything. I've seen a lot of Charizard Ys on BattleSpot lately, so that is where I'm leaning. But Charizard X would also fit very nicely on this team. I mean, he already has 3 special attackers in Noivern, Slowbro, and Lantern. So it would make sense for him to have the Charizard X to fit into the only other 2 physical attackers that he has, with Breloom and Granbull. But, I don't know. I don't know. Choice Specs or Choice Scarf is probably going to be what Noivern is. Like I said, Lantern and Slowbro are probably just going to be walls of some sort, probably with leftovers or Rocky helmets. Assault Vest maybe on the Granbull, or Lumberry, I'm not sure. And I've seen Breloom run a bunch of different things as well. I've actually seen a Choice Scarf Breloom, which is very interesting. I've seen Life Orb sets. So he's got a lot of Pokemon that are very versatile, and it's really impossible to predict what exactly they're going to do. And that is when your opponent's team is the most dangerous on Battle Spas, when you can't really predict what they're going to do. So we're in for a little bit of a fight here, I'm thinking. So Mr. Squiggly Line Person is issuing a challenge. We're going to start off with Dusclops, because why not? I know we brought him in the last battle, but, you know, I want to get him some screen time. He didn't get any yesterday. Feel bad about that. So he's going to start off with the Charizard. He's going to Mega Evolve here in the first turn, unless he switches, but I don't think he will. He will probably either just evolve into... If he goes for X, which he's not doing, I was assuming he was going to go for the Dragon Dance, but it turns out to be Y, so I'm guessing some type of Fire-type move is coming our way. Flamethrower, or what else do they like to do? Fire Blast. It's going to do so much damage in the sun. So much damage. Actually, he's going to go for the Overheat, and we avoid the attack. So we get a Nightshade off on this thing. And now that we know he's going to stay in, he's probably just going to go for the Overheat again. We can definitely just go for the Pain Split here. And because he's going to do a crap ton of damage to us. So we'll be able to get some of our health back. And also deal a little bit of damage to him as well. I don't think it's going to bring him down below the 50% mark. But any little chip damage against this thing is good damage, because an Aqua Jet most likely will not kill in the sun, even from the 50% range, I don't think. So that is something to be aware of. And the reason I'm saying that is because obviously I brought the Azumarill here, and I'm pretty sure I just die to a Solar Beam, so I need to get it to a point where Aqua Jet will kill it. And I don't really know where that is, and I don't feel like calculating it. So, that being said, we got the Pain Split off, so that brings us back up over the 50% mark. He's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp here. I went for the double Pain Split, so this is really not going to do anything at all. I should have went for the Nightshade. I really should have went for the Nightshade there, because now we're burned, we're getting residual damage, and he's probably just going to switch out. That would be my guess. So maybe we can go for the Pain Split again here, and either deal some baby damage to this Charizard, or deal a little bit bigger damage if he wants to switch into something like Slowbro, or I don't know what else he would switch into, to be honest. Maybe Lantern? And yeah, I don't know. Actually, Noivern, okay. So he's going to frisk me and find the Eviolite, but that was painfully obvious, I feel like. And we're going to get quite a bit of our HP back, actually almost all of it, due to that Pain Split, which is fantastic. We get hurt by the burn, and he's probably going to go for Draco Meteor here, I believe. You know, he's probably Choice Specs. That's what most of them are. Actually, no, the Switcheroo, okay. He's going to go for the Switcheroo and give us the Choice Specs. Thankfully, I went for the Ice Beam here, so Dusclops getting 2 kills on dragons today with that Ice Beam. I love it. Noivern just straight up dies to that. We are locked into Ice Beam now, and I really don't have any reason to preserve this thing. So I don't think I want to switch out. I think I want to just spam the Ice Beam until I die, basically. That is what I'm feeling. So hopefully he goes back into the Charizard here, gets the sun set up again. That is what he's going to do. So there's the Drought. He can hit us up with another Overheat and probably just destroy our faces. But that being said, I don't even remember how much damage he did before. He's going to go for the Flamethrower. And that actually just takes us out. Okay. So Dusclops did put in a lot of work today, so I cannot be disappointed with him going down whatsoever. But now the question is, who do I go into? The sun is out. There's no way an Aqua Jet is going to kill this Charizard. So I need to save Azumarill for later, hopefully when the sun is not up. It's basically what it comes down to. Basically what it comes down to here, so we're going to have to go into Blastoise. I really don't see any other option. And it's unfortunate that I have 2 Water-type Pokemon that are both going to be weak to Solar Beam. Because that's just... It's unfortunate. He's got the advantage here. He definitely has the advantage. I know I'm Assault Vest. I can take 1 Solar Beam, but it does right around the 50% mark. Like maybe 55%. It's been a 2-hit KO every single time that I faced Charizard Y on Battle Spot, which has been a lot of times because they're running around everywhere. He's going to switch out, though. We'll see what else he has here. Lantern, okay. So we're going to get the Scald off. Hopefully we can get a burn here. And there is the burn, so that is great because we get some residual damage on this thing. Judging by the damage from Scald, by the way, I max special attack modest nature, so that is definitely especially defensive Lantern. We're just going to go for a Signal Beam here. I really don't have any other play. He's going to go for a Thunderbolt. We should be able to take that fairly nicely. Not really that nicely. At least it's a 3-hit KO. So we'll be able to get 2 more Signal Beams off and 2 more turns of burn damage. So this thing will be worn down to the point where Azumarill can kill it even with an Aqua Jet. Pretty sure. Pretty sure, unless something freaky happens and he gets a crit on this next Thunderbolt, in which case I will be a little bit upset, not going to lie. So there's the Signal Beam. It does absolutely nothing to this thing. There's the Thunderbolt, and we survive barely with 16 HP. There's the residual burn damage. Another Signal Beam plus burn is definitely going to bring him down into the red zone. So that's perfect for us. We should definitely be able to kill with an Aqua Jet, provided that the sun is not up. And actually, even with the sun up with that damage, because it was a crit, we should be able to kill no matter what. Not worried. He's going to go for the Volt Switch here, actually, to kill us off. I'm not sure why he's doing that, because the sun is going to wear off this turn. So he's not going to be able to reset the sun up at this point. Why would you do that? Not sure why he's doing that. He might just switch right back out into the Lantern at this point to sack it. Realizing that he either just miscounted the turns, you know, for sun or whatever. We're going to go into our Azumarill here, and I really have no other play but to go for the Aqua Jet. I want to go for the Belly Drum, but if he attacks me with, like, Air Slash or something, I'm screwed. I really think he's going to switch out, though. You know what? I think the best play is to just go for the Aqua Jet, and you just have to deal with whatever the results are, I guess. If he wants to bring in the Lantern, that is what he's going to do. He's going to bring in the Lantern. It's just going to die to an Aqua Jet. There's no sun up. But the advantage to doing that is that he's going to be able to bring the Charizard Y back in, set up the sun, and destroy my life with a Solar Beam on the next turn. Because I'm pretty sure an Aqua Jet will not kill from that range. Pretty sure. So I have to go for a Play Rough, I guess? Is that really what I have to do right now? There's the sun. And I guess I could just attempt to kill him with an Aqua Jet. But no, we're just going to go for a Play Rough. And if we somehow survive the incoming Solar Beam, then we'll hit him with an Aqua Jet, and that will win us the match. But if we don't survive, obviously we lose. Basically. Hashtag logic. So I don't know why it's taking him so long to choose his move here. It's obvious that he's just going to go for the Solar Beam. I don't know why he's drawing this out. Japanese players tend to do that a lot. When they have you in a checkmate position, they tend to just run the clock. I don't know if they're trying to get you to forfeit. I don't know if they keep track of that even, like how many times they get people to forfeit. I don't know how it works. I'm not inside their mind. I'm really not. So there's the Solar Beam, and that is a dead Azumarill, just a one-shot, and that is unfortunate. I was max HP too. It still just destroys my life in one hit. Charizard Y is nothing to screw around with. I probably should have just went for the Aqua Jet there. That was probably a bad play, because anything could have happened. Maybe I'm thinking incorrectly, and Aqua Jet would kill even in the sun. Or maybe I'd get lucky and get a crit. It's a little bit much to ask for, though. You know, I don't want to be begging for hacks. That's kind of ridiculous. Anyway, that is a loss for us. That brings our record to 51-31. So we're maintaining that nice 20-game differential in the wins and losses. So next time, which would be tomorrow, obviously, I will be switching up the teams a little bit. I think I'm going to just basically gut the team. Because everybody saw some screen time, and I've been bringing Arbok and Assault Vest Blastoise like this entire week. So I'm going to bring all new Pokemon and see what we can do. Hopefully get a double victory. I know that might be asking for a little bit much. But anyway, that's it for this time, guys. So thank you very much for watching, as always. And do not forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, because it does help out a lot. So I will see you for tomorrow's episode. But until then, game on.